Well, here we are on the verge of a government shutdown. I don't know everything that's going to be shut down, and I really can't start speaking at it as an expert. But I'll tell you one thing I do know, and it was printed up in the news tonight, is that the people that are shutting the government down, those representatives and whatnot that we elected and put into office, are still going to get paid. All right, the lowest end of the people are the ones that are going to be affected the most by this. All right, the longer it lasts, the more people get laid off, more people have bills to pay, and unfortunately, in this day and age, there are more people living check to check than ever before. So if you start saying that you're living on Social Security, like I am, and you take my check away, I'm going to have problems. Not immediately. I'm smart enough to realize that this government, since especially since Trump was around, is that I'm lucky I keep money hidden, not in the bank. um, but what it boils down to is that these guys are these petty politicians are fighting about little bullshit stuff that just creating chaos. And the thing I've learned about government chaos is when governments are in chaos, a lot of corrupt things get done. A lot of bad things can happen. A bill can get passed that's absolutely no good for anybody. It's because the chaos acts as a distraction, and all these morons can go around and do whatever the hell they want. I don't know if there's a better system of it, budget-wise. That I forget. I don't even know how many years it is that between budgets that this happens. I don't know if there's a better system. Finances wasn't my best thing in life. I've been bankrupt twice, so I'm not really, it's like asking Trump who bankrupts everything he touches. You don't want somebody like that in charge of your finances. You don't want me telling you what to do with your money. I just know that the politicians don't care, and that's a disgusting thing. The people's lives that are affected, they say, well, it's for the greater good. The greater good is them. That much I can tell you. They only worry about themselves. If you took their paychecks, their benefits, their hospitalization, all you took that all away from them too, you'd probably get a settlement faster. I don't know whether it would be a better settlement or a worse settlement, but you would be able to settle this issue a lot faster. I don't know all the various issues involved in this thing, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you, hey, if we did this, we did that. I mean, a lot of these guys get up there and start talking about stuff. They're not politicians. They're commentators, on like sort of like what I am, And they go out there and they start saying stuff, and they don't know what's going on. They haven't got a clue either. I need to have, I think one of the things they should do in education is try to simplify government, so people can understand it. It's like legalese. Who can read a legal document? There's so much crap in there and it's put it in such a way, and the desire is that you can't write that document without a lawyer. So you can't. It's like when you go to I'm a writer, and I don't use agents or whatnot because I use Amazon to publish my books, but if you really want to be successful, you get an agent and you go out and you get mainstream publishers to publish your books and everything like that. And you get the movie rights deals and all this. But you don't understand the contract, okay? And that's why a lot of the publishers themselves, demand that you have an agent. Not so that they can, but they can work with an agent because they can bullshit you. Take from you what's rightfully yours, and that's where Amazon came into the self-publishing business, because they don't take what's yours. They tell you what you're going to get paid when you sell a book, and that's it. The books aren't printed until they're ordered, so you have a different money problem there. It's not, you don't get cash advances and stuff like that. Uh, if you get a cash advance, if you don't make that much in sales, you got to pay it back. They don't tell you that. It's in the contract, though. But it's like Social Security has a lot of loopholes in it, and people work on both sides to exploit those loopholes. But the government is a contractor. The government, when you elect an official, I always assumed it was sort of a contract between us, between the public and the government, or and the elected official is there to represent your opinions, okay? And I have yet to see a majority of the people of a state say, I want chocolate ice cream in the vending machines in the Capitol. I don't see any of that. But that's there. They debate that. Little shit like that ties up people's for weeks, and they work deals and everything just to get that approved. That's how our system is great, but our system has flaws, and they need to be fixed. And I'm not the guy to tell you how to fix them, you know? Anyhow, what else is new? Okay, let's see. We have a football team losing by 50 points. A professional football team losing a game by 50 points, being beaten 70-20. That shouldn't happen. Now, the person I know in my life that knew the most about football was my brother. He's passed away. He played football, high school, college, and was considered for, back then, you got letters of interest from pro teams. He got 2, Green Bay Packers, New York Giants, tore up his knee, football career over. Anyhow. And that was from the United States Merchant Marine Academy at Kings Point. That wasn't some big school. Anyhow, we watched a college football game like this one day, and he turned to me and he said, there is no way in hell that a team should lose that badly. There's only, the ways that he explained it is he says it doesn't even pay to fix the game because it's the disparity is too obvious. He said this is one team giving up. Now, why they gave up? Were they pissed off at the coach? Nobody knows. Nobody will be able to figure that out. But this had nothing to. That spread is so bad you can't even say the bookies had something to do with it. Unless one person made a tremendous amount of money off of that, or one organization, then you can look at it and say, well, maybe there was something going on there. But that should never happen in sports. I've watched Wilt Chamberlain score 100 points in a game. He was a force, but towards the end of the game, they started giving him shots. Go ahead, take it, man. I'm tired. That happens a lot sometimes in sports, But that game on last Sunday with Denver and Miami, I think Denver just laid down and died. And somebody should talk to the coach and the general manager and the players that were involved in that game. What else can I talk about in this short space of time tonight? I know you're all really, really, really concerned about the shutdown, and there's not much I can tell you. If it lasts a week, it's not going to affect too much of anything. If it goes longer than if it goes to a month, a lot. That's it. The economy is going to crash and burn. Don't fly. If they go on strike, be careful flying where you fly and whatnot, because they affect the what do they call the people that land the planes and work on the radio? I don't know. But air traffic controllers get affected by strikes like this, by federal shutdowns and whatnot. All right, so I've talked. I've ranted and raved for a little while, and that's it. And listen, I'll be back over the weekend. Everybody have fun tomorrow.